What it do, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man Tishaun live in the building right now, coming off of coming off of TNA Impact. I'm kind of you know choked up on words right now. I'm looking at some more feedback, but once again, it's your man Tishaun the one. This week, I guess I'm going it alone tonight. Without my colleague American Alikar, who's out on the way on a little business, if I presume, and just got done viewing TNA Impact, 10/7/15, which is the date, and it was a World Title Series tournament. Wow, is TNA has took a fucking 360. They took a whole 360 tonight. I mean, if for those who have viewed Bound for Glory this past Sunday night, you were in for a treat. We had an amazing Bound for Glory that went on. Great matches, great storytelling, great ring awareness for a lot of the wrestlers. Because if you're talking about the tag team titles situation with Trevor and the Wolves, oh my gosh! If you're talking about the X Division, I mean, we can go on for days about Bound for Glory, but the real meat and potatoes about Bound for Glory is this here. We found ourselves with a new champion in Matt Hardy, who won the World Heavyweight Championship three-way match between Drew Galloway, Ethan Carter, and himself, Matt Hardy. Now, of course, for those of you that viewed BFG, you were aware that Matt Hardy won that match and became our TNA Impact or TNA World Heavyweight Champion. But for those that all of a sudden get caught up on this whirlwind, you found out Monday there were some situations going on. Then Tuesday, there were some bombs dropped on us. Now Wednesday, we are left with this melee, this wreckage. Matt Hardy relinquished his title, turned it over, due to the storyline of that. EC3 was such enraged that he wants to take this to court. He wants to bring the law into involvement on this one, saying that he was discriminated against and so forth. There was a plot against him, discrimination, work discrimination situations. He's bringing up in his argument, which led to his demise of him losing his championship title or being put in unfair conditions. Oh yeah, this particular show went there. Now that brings us to Matt Hardy coming out and addressing the whole world, TNA audience, that instead of TNA being held hostage and taking on this whirlwind of being held back and stipulations and championship drama with lawyers and fees and stuff like that, he says, you know what? Forget it, guys. You know what? Look, I love TNA. I love this belt. I'm a fighting champion. If this guy wants to get into the courts and all this, I'm not all about that. What we're gonna do is, look, I'm gonna get my rematch, my shot, but I'm gonna give this title up, put it up, so that way all the legal situations going on with lawyers that the claim the EC3 has over everything can be dismissed. I'm willing to give up the title to compete for it once again. Pretty much knowing without it being said, he's gonna get a shot. But in order to take the strain off of TNA right now, he's gonna get the title up. Okay, now we move from that. But who would have known? Who would have known that we would have got such a? I would say honestly, and this is not just marking out or trolling or showing favoritism, but as I got to thinking, because at first, I was about to be very negative about this whirlwind of twists and turns. I was about to say something very bad about TNA. I was about to, complain. But then I said, whoa, hold on. Some told me not to rush the judgment, not to hear and do put a report on the Rest Talk Media and give my opinion just so fast. So I watched and I started watching the YouTube videos. You saw Billy Corgan, you saw Dixie Carter, you saw Josh Matthews constantly reporting the action and the info, and I saw the interviews from Matt Hardy and EC3, and I noticed something. I said, this is very, very interesting here. I said to myself, well, we may have something. This may be pretty damn interesting. I said, okay, let me just view what's going on first. Let me get a good understanding of what exactly is happening per se. So I said, okay, I'm just going to sit back and watch. And believe it or not, people, as I watched, I started thinking, and then all of a sudden they present when Dixie Carter and Billy Corgan are talking, they presented that there's a tournament that's about to take place. I said, okay, a tournament. Well, been there, done that. And I said, all right, let's see what's the tournament. It's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. Then they break it down even more. I said, what? Well, damn, because my first judgment was about to say, oh, this is Bound for Glory backwards, isn't it? I said, well, no, this is an actual tournament. But the critique and ways of the tournament, they're in groups, which I like. You got the UK group, you have the former world champions group, and then you also have the wild card group, which is combined from the rookies to the lost talent, basically. I guess you could say Crazy Steve and other miscellaneous wrestlers that are involved in. I'll get to the discussion of who's all involved in that, but I'm just gonna, I'm just trying to polish things up real quick and size them up for you. Then also, hold up now, for those that this has been done before. Whoa, there's a twist here. Oh yeah, there's a twist. There's a freaking twist here. There's a knockouts group. At first, I remember when Josh Matthews reported it. For those that watched the YouTube video, maybe I heard it wrong. I thought he was saying there was a knockouts round. I thought he meant like a knockout round, like you knock the person out round or something like that. He was talking about a knockouts division round that is incorporated into the championship run. So I'm like, whoa, hold up. All right, whoa. So he means to tell me that the knockouts, they get to fight in hold up. They're not just fighting in the knockout. Hold up. Let's get this put together. All right, hold up. So you telling me that the females compete with the males? For real? That's what happened. So the knockouts also have a chance to put their bid in for the World Heavyweight Championship title. I don't remember hearing about that in the wrestling world. But sometimes when it's done, or if it was done, a woman versus a man for a certain title, for those that allude to or to memory towards intercontinental run with China or whatever like that, okay, that's a mid card title, as people will place it. But a world heavyweight title in any company or maybe I haven't been watching for long, or maybe help me below in the comment section. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't heard of that one. Or when it was done or attempted to be done, it was kind of looked frowned upon and like, it's a joke. But seeing how these ladies are, they had 2 female matches tonight. So it wasn't looked as like, like a little side dish, women's competing. That was 2 matches. And these were not no joke matches. These were actually good matches. They were competing. Gail Kim and Brooke Tessmarker, they went at it. Awesome Kong and Madison, they went at it. Kong looks pretty damn serious. And she's always, that's Kong. Kong is always fucking serious. What are you guys talking about? She's always whooping ass. So I get, yeah, I understand. So I'm sitting there like, whoa. I'm trying to draw up similarities because I do have that. We all have that negative side. So I'm like, this storyline has to be coming from somewhere. It has to be. It has to have been done before. And I said, well, a woman's being incorporated into the championship tournament. I said, okay, Lucha Underground. They had was that the masked woman. She was in the world heavyweight tie up. I guess you can kind of say that. She was in that. She was in a tournament. Hell, fuck. It may not be, but every time I would draw similarities, and I did draw similarities towards the TNA and other storylines before. That's what we only came up with similarities. Okay, well, it's similar, but it's not quite what we would say it is. It's not like anything else that we've seen out there. So honestly, tonight's show was fresh. This concept was fresh. It was new. And as fans, I've noticed that we've grown accustomed to, I guess, in my vulgar ways. I know I'm vulgar at times because I'm a street person. That's where I'm from. I have to acknowledge it sometimes. You may notice I'm intelligent, but at the same time, I gets with the foolery. I gets with the fuckery sometimes. But you may acknowledge that there were similarities, but this is a fresh storyline. It's actually never been done to this level before. I thought about WWE. I was like, they could have got this. No, they hadn't done. They hadn't got this. WWE hadn't went this route yet. And it's not a dull storyline. It's not a boring. Because at first I was wondering, what the hell is this madness that they're putting on YouTube and it's reporting on ImpactWrestling.com? What the hell is going on? I was getting agitated. I was like, what the fuck is this crap? What, Matt Hardy? What is this drama? I was like, why? For what? But then again, as I said, let me just sit back and shut the fuck up. Let me see what is going on here. What is this? It's like somebody trying to talk to you, but they're talking in a calm voice. You're like, well, why am I yelling at this person? Why am I so angry? Let me hear your point. Go ahead. Let me see what you're talking about. And TNA showed me. There you have it. They showed me. I noticed. I said, man, this is good. Yeah. This is gold. I said, wow. Well, damn. I kind of like this. This sounds very interesting. They could be on to something. And as I said before, this is fresh. Never been done before. And as I said, for those who are viewing, for those like, it's been done before, it's been done. Or if you do say that, if you are, especially I'm only really talking about on a national level. Now, if it hasn't, you probably have alias, other underground wrestling scenes and independent companies and stuff like that. It may have been done there on a smaller. I'm talking about on a grand picture. TNA is a national televised product, or I can say not just national, hell, worldwide televised product. Or WWE and other and a few other wrestling companies, they're worldwide, or at least nationwide. So let's not get it twisted. I'm not including the other alias wrestling companies out there, because you may be like, oh, well, I seen it in this wrestling company in Ohio, or this wrestling company in New Hampshire or Memphis. I seen it there. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about for other wrestling companies. They may have done something like this because they're on a scale that you may not have seen before. But on a national level, I've never seen a storyline like this. And you can kind of frown, but then again, you can't help but be entertained and like, wow, this is pretty damn good. A world title series, and there are 4 or 5 different divisions in groups of wrestlers that are competing in a tournament on points to see who will overwhelmingly be victorious to become world heavyweight champion. And in a way, it's good because, well, it's good the fact that you're out of the know. You don't know who's gonna win. It's like, wow, who's gonna win? You know, this is. I'm just a fan right now. You know, I have to say that. I have to give my spiel on this recap. Is that I'm just a fan right now because I don't know. I have no freaking idea who's gonna win. I don't know what's going on, and I'm glad. But one thing about it, I've never seen this storyline before. I'm gonna keep re-emphasizing that is that this storyline is new. This is fresh. It's something that we've been complaining about. Like, oh, we've seen it already. It's been done already, but we haven't seen this one. This one is fairly new. You know, I have to say that it is fairly new. You know, it is similar. It can be similar to certain storylines, but I've never seen one played out quite like this. Not quite like this at all. And I guess my viewers and people before they'll kind of agree. You know, I've ran across a couple of negative people, you know, on social media, and I put out there, and we do read on this show. We do read social media comments and posts. So I'm gonna go right now to the TNA chat room. Big shout out to TNA chat, which is on Facebook right now. TNA Wrestling Chat, and my comment earlier today was TNA is so fucking brilliant, and I was laughing. This storyline is actually smart. It's a storyline that we have never seen before. The way it's played out has a lot of realism. It's one of the most. It's one of those moments where you sit down, you shut up, and just watch. As a fan of wrestling entertainment, we have cried for new, fresh, creative storylines. Well, here we go. And the feedback that I got so far was, let's go. Oh, you had make sure if I'm not saying your name right, but Cold Ray Barrett, he tags a friend of his. John Harris says, "See, this storyline is gonna be awesome. Just relax. Matt will win it back." I guess there's some pissed off formation of, you know, the John Harris guy is a little pissed or whatever like that. But we go on. I think the John Harris character started trolling. You know, you guys tell me if you go to the room and you see this post, he started trolling, and he's a lot of trolling to me. You know, he's saying, "Oh, we've seen this storyline before," but he never would give a actual timeline or when it happened. But, and as I corrected him, I said, I think you're trying to say it's similar. You know, it's similar to something, but it's actually not the same storyline. You know, it's really not the same storyline at all, because the concept is totally different, totally fucking different. You know, or if you try to draw similarities between, let's say Joseph Park and Kane, you know, now that's what you would say a same storyline, because it's damn near the same effect where you have a wrestler being that's same, but you wouldn't say similar, because it's similar would just be kind of, it looks like, but it really is the same storyline. But with this one, this is not the same storyline. Jacob Marsh says, I agree. Basically to my point. Lar Young, aka Clash of Kings, he says, I like the storyline. TNA is doing it right. Now it's fresh, it's different. Plus, they even got knockouts competing for the TNA World Title. That's what you call treating the women totally equal in every respect. You know, good reply, Young. Lar Young. He makes a very valid point. You know, if you're talking about, you know, hashtag give women a chance, or divas, have you say, like, this is really putting them in equal, and it's kind of like TNA has adjusted to the times, because now the times are in the media, it's all women are equal and women can do this, okay, all that type of stuff going on. And well, this is basically, they just put everything on an even platter. They say, okay, every division you're going for the world heavyweight title. This is making every wrestler on the roster equal, you know, and it's freaking wild. And I get another comment from the John Harris. He says, it's not fresh. It's not fresh and different at all. you know, he says it's not fresh or different at all. He said this whole thing is not fresh. It's not different at all. And I called him and I said, I think you're just trolling. I mean, obviously you have to just be trolling right now. Come on, man. You can't be that naive. You know, it's just some people, you know, I understand trolling, you know, and I'm going to do a special on trollers, people that like to troll, you know, because a lot of folks get frustrated with people that troll on social media. And it's not just in wrestling topics. It's in pretty much, it's in a lot of different topics where people, you know, they become very pissed off at people that troll. And that's something that a lot of you have to get used to. But that's another topic for a whole other discussion. So let me continue. But Law Young says, well, it's something I haven't seen in American wrestling in a while, but then again, everything in wrestling is recycled. So it may be recycled, but I've never seen it must have been done a long time ago, way before I remember. So I have no freaking idea. But let's go down to the comment section even more. And I'm just gonna leave it at that, because I think it's about time for us to get into some of the recaps and reviews as well. But overwhelmingly, everybody likes this post. They think they agree with me to an extent. But the first match I want to talk about tonight is Eric Young. I mean, I said Eric. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. I'm off my rocker. Let me give me some water. Is Rockstar Spud and Grado. Oh man, up from the UK. I understand. I'm not going in the format of the show, but I have to talk about this. Rockstar Spud and Grado. Yo, I applaud their fucking performance. The most entertaining performance the whole damn night. Now, I don't mean it. I'm not belittling any other match that happened on TNA Impact tonight. But if you didn't laugh for fucking once when you saw the Rockstar Spud and Grado match, I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't a match where you have just Rockstar Spud one up in Grado and going up on him and all that. It was so entertaining because they were trolling. Rockstar Spud and Grado trolled the whole damn match. Because I mentioned trolling earlier, and trolling is a big part of what's been going on lately in wrestling. If you have not been paying attention, you have the trolling coming from Finn Balor, the trolling remarks back from TNA's Grado and Rob and Matt. You have all that going on. There's been going on. All this trolling has been going on back and forth between these two companies, WWE and TNA. The unspoken war. And now you have this trolling ass match where these two crazy buffoons, UK Britain finest, they're in this some bitch, and they're tearing it up. They're going at it, but they're marking out with moves. One of the first moves that I saw done that just had me rolling, and I was kind of wondering what the hell is he doing, was when Rockstar Spud all of a sudden decides to do the worm. I was like, hold on, you look at it, because he was too close to the damn rope anyway. So he attempts to do the worm on Grado. Grado's on the floor, and he does WR. I think he damn near misspelled word. he goes to the side of Grado. He's chopping it up. He's doing it too goddamn long for one. And he finally does this little last boom and drops down. I said, okay. But little did I know, these people are going to continue to troll the whole day. They even threw in some, I don't know if it was Kurt Angle reference or Jack Swagger reference, but they threw the ankle lock. Grado, look, fucking priceless. Grado attempted to do the ankle lock. But it's one thing to attempt to do a move, but to be attempting it and trying to learn how to do it at the same time, you can see he was like, look, pay attention to his facial look. He's like trying to figure out, is this the way you do it, or is this? I'm like, no. I'm sorry, folks. Sorry. I'm looking at the playback right now. He's looking at the damn. He's looking at it. I'm sorry. I'm watching the playback. Oh my fucking gosh, this dude's stupid. He's trying to figure out how do you do the ankle lock. Like, what the fuck? Like, how are you gonna attempt to do a move and be like, it's like looking at the instructions. Like, how do you do this stuff? Okay. Grado, priceless. I never really liked Grado at first. Honestly, I remember. Big shout out to my co-host American Alucard. He was talking about this. He was like, Grado, give him a shot, give him a chance. I'm like, man, fuck that. Till I got this whack ass wrestler. I was talking so much shit. But he was telling me that he was trying to explain to me. Now I get it. He was explaining to me that Grado was more of a comedy guy, And yo, I get it. Like he honestly got me on this one. Grado had me tripping. Grado's attempting to do the damn ankle. How do you attempt to do it? I mean, okay, attempt, but it's like he was trying to learn how to do ankle. Like he's looking like, okay, is it go this way or that way? I'm like, yo, it's the details in the joke that just got me. And I'm trying not to laugh again and crack up. But that was fucking priceless. That moment there, I'm like, stop it, dude. You can't. That ain't how you can't be going there. So they continue. You see stinger splashes. Then you see rock bottoms or to the rock bottom. Like, oh man, Grado prices with the rock bottom. He runs to the side of the rope. He runs to the other side of the rope. He runs to the other side of the rope. He keeps running back and forth, and then Pope mentions that he's oh my gosh, he's getting tired. He was running back and forth to the ropes, getting tired, and I'm watching it right now. I'm like, are you serious? He gets tired, taking a breath. Eventually, I guess he hits his mark with his elbow drop, and I'm like, yo, this dude is completely stupid. Of course, you have Rockstar Spud. He comes up with a great idea to do. You can't see me. Okay, if you have not watched TNA Impact World Title Series, please make sure you watch it again. And make sure you watch the Rockstar Spud and Grado match. If you do not laugh, I don't know what the fuck. Maybe you like fucking Seinfeld comedy or something different, or I don't know, man. Because this was fucking funny. I was not a fan of Grado's at all at first, and also the promo that they did, like they do a panel. They was on a panel where it's like you talk against the person on the other side of the panel that you're opposing to. You talk your shit, whatever like that, and which kind of brought a lot of realism to it because I didn't expect to see Awesome Kong. I mean, I didn't expect to see Awesome Kong was on the panel as well. I didn't expect to see Austin Aries. Oh yeah, Austin Aries was on the show tonight. Somebody was saying, oh, it's pre-taped. But at the same time, it's kind of weird. They're this panel, and then Austin Aries coming in with his new gimmick with, was it Rosita? From a Rosita, or if I'm not mistaken, who's the woman that he came in with? Because I don't want to be wrong. Let me get my water real quick. But yeah, I don't want to be wrong about that. But he also comes in with his new female companion. Austin has a new gimmick. So, also for those that want to call in and also put your spiel out there, talk, conversate, give your recap or your opinions, call in right now to 561-424-6639. That's 561-424-6639. Give your name and come in and enjoy the conversation and tell me what did you like or what did you dislike about this show. Because everybody's not gonna like the show. And I'm open to that. Hell, I just enjoy wrestling just in general. Now, also, after the Grado and Spud match, the results of that one is Rockstar Spud overcomes. He pins Grado with a combination of Stone Cold Stunner, and he then follows up with his underdog move. Now, Rockstar Spud. Well, I'm done with it. I'm done with the match. I'm not gonna talk about it no more because I'm gonna start cracking up laughing. I know some of y'all might be like, man, let's stop laughing. You fucking irritate me right now. Okay, I'm stop laughing. But the match, as you get it, fucking pure comedy. I really enjoyed that. And some are saying that they were trolling at WWE. Oh well, but all I know is it was fucking entertaining. I love it. Keep it up. It will go in my top 5 funniest matches of all time. Now, let's move right ahead. Let's talk about Awesome Kong versus Madison Rayne. Oh boy, Awesome Kong is definitely taken serious. She comes in. Pretty much, there's not very much to talk about this match. Madison Rayne, does is surprisingly she does well with Awesome Kong. I've seen her in a couple of matches before, but Madison Rayne sold these moves so well. So but eventually, of course, it was a slaughterhouse for Awesome Kong. It was like Brock Lesnar versus fucking Dolph Ziggler. It just was it was a wrap. Madison Rayne could have, she can call it a night because her ass was through. Of course, Awesome Kong reigned victorious, implant buster. She pretty much destroyed Madison Rayne through this match. And Awesome Kong moves on. I think that's 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. I will look at the breakdown of all the results and the actual manner of fashion of how TNA Impact has it from their site, and I'll read that as well. Then we go to, of course, Gail Kim has a very interesting match with Test Marker. Very interesting, very good match. I mean, I've been saying this because I was very negative before. For those that listen to Wrestle Talk Media, I was very crucial and negative of Brooke Tessmacher. I used to kind of bash TNA because on some things, because I keep it real. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I do, I do. Brooke Tessmacher, man, she's came a long fucking way. And those that know what I'm talking about, they can agree. She's came a long damn way. I'm proud of her. I will say that. I'm fucking proud of Brooke Tessmacher. Because to me she used to suck. Just keep it real. She used to suck. I could not stand fucking Brooke Tessmacher and her whack. I guess she was, as some people say, she was in her learning stage or whatnot. I guess that is what others would say. She was in a learning stage of wrestling. But oh my gosh, this match here was pretty damn fucking good. I didn't expect it to be that goddamn good. Now I take that back. They had a good match when Gail Kim beat her for the title. That was a good match. Better than what I expected. But this one, the twist is different. Brooke Tessmacher goes over. Now usually when Brooke Tessmacher, from the matches I've seen before, some of y'all may agree, may disagree, but most of the matches I've seen Brooke Tessmacher go over in, they were like, it was, to me, I was like, yeah, like I wasn't buying it. But this match, bravo, she went over well, and it made good sense. I was impressed. I'm going to say it. I know American Outcars is going to listen to this, and probably Dave Coco and a couple others. They're going to be like, "Oh, did you really give Brooke Tessmacher props? She's made it. She's official." I was negative against her, maybe for a good reason, but Brooke Tessmacher has impressed me. Tonight, she's legit. What's the commercial the dude says? It's legit. It's legit. Yeah, she's legit. She's a viable threat to me now in the knockouts division. She went at it. She showed some great skills against Gail Kim. Some of y'all may say, you're a little late on it, but like I said, Brooke Tessmacher hadn't impressed me. Maybe it was a character development, but this is besides the character development. I still think her character sucks. That's fact, in my opinion. That's my fact. Whatever. But considering her in-ring ability and the believability in her moves, because there's certain moves that divas would do, a la AJ Lee. Certain shit, especially from the women's portion of it, they do certain moves. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That does not hurt. Or come on, are you this the move you're trying to sell to me? Brooke sold the moves, and I like how she did the submission. She did this brand new fucking back, something like submission. She's stretching the shit out of Gail Kim, and of course Gail Kim doesn't tap because it's not locked in. I don't think it's locked in net at tight. I'm going to look at the replay, but it's like you can tell that Gail Kim can break out of this, and she does. It's not. It looked like one that could have put Gail Kim away, but considering it wasn't sold like that, it didn't. You know, because sometimes they'll make a move like, oh, it's the one that can actually, or like the move AJ used to always do. You kind of, it was just hard to believe that, you know, like, are you really serious? Like, she doesn't even have the thing on hard. It's just like, are you really? It was lack of selling the move and trying to make her look like she was Brock Lesnar of the Divas division, you know. So I was very skeptical because a lot of things that Tessmarker would do back in the days, it really wasn't, her moves wasn't really selling. It was like, really? So that's how you won? I'm just trying to put you over, but come on now, you know. But tonight, you know, I like I said before, she's been catching my eye for the past couple of weeks. But this match here was very, I like the way they got her over, Brooke Tessmarker over on Gail Kim, because it was very believable, and I was okay with it. You know, usually when Brooke Tessmarker wins, I'm like, that didn't look right, but she pulled this match off great. Gail Kim, of course, Gail Kim, class act that she is, you know, she loses in an unbelievable fashion. I'm like, okay, I believe that. You know, because certain matches, like, oh, man, no damn, like, man, she beat it like that. But I believe this match. And, of course, like I said, two decent female matches in one night. Bravo, TNA. Bravo. I tip my head off if I had a hat to you guys on that one. So then we move on. Let's go back towards the beginning of the UK group. You have Bram versus, oh yeah, as Pope says, the Leonidas brother of TNA, the leader of TNA, Drew Galloway, the leader of TNA, Drew Galloway. I like how there's leads and it's pretty nice. Hey, I just call over there. It's nice little segue that you didn't. Anyways, y'all don't understand. But yes, Drew Galloway versus Bram. Let me tell you something about this match. I wasn't expecting it to play out like that. It was damn good. I wasn't that much of and as the same as I was alluding towards. No, it's not the same as I was alluding towards with Brooke Tessmarker, but I haven't been quite lately just a fan of Drew Galloway's matches. I think I was biased of him because he came up from WWE just a little bit. I was like, he wasn't shit that he wasn't treating like shit, but you can't deny Drew Galloway's showing. You know, they're showing him very good. You know, it's starting to be shades of his beginning run in WWE. You know, but it's a little better though. You know, it's just maybe I'm just being biased because, you know, I'm so WWE on it, but I kind of like his run now. You know, it's making sense. I was so hoping for Bram, but the way the match happened, I never seen Bram handled like that. I think anybody would. Y'all should agree with me on this one. I didn't expect Bram to get handled like that. You know, it was a good match. You know, I was like, oh wow, this is pretty damn good. You know, all right, he's whooping his ass. All right, look at this. Bram versus Drew Galloway. It was one of the star of the night matches because, as I was saying, I never seen Bram get handled like that. You know, especially to me, Drew Galloway and Bram are even, kind of in size. Even though I think Drew Galloway is a little bit taller, but physique wise, you know, these two guys are kind of even to me. You know, they're kind of similar, not similar, because some of y'all are like, what you mean? These guys are not similar? They're similar in features, and I was kind of up under the assumption that, you know, I was like, well, maybe this would be like a count out, or this would be something like that, but it wasn't. It wasn't a count out. This was an actual, you know, they went right through it match, and Drew Galloway became the winner. Yeah, and in a believable fashion. I was kind of like, oh, he hit him with that running knee. Wow! Like, oh shit! Is he gonna beat him? He beats him, and the tactics that Bram was trying to use, like the take comes running outside the ring, it was working for a second. He was running outside the ring, doing this and doing that, and it was playing out pretty well for a minute. And I was like, oh man, check this out. This is getting crazy. And I was really believing it until Drew Galloway got a hold of that ass. He got a hold of him, and of course, he defeated him. And I'm cool with that. I'm very cool with it. Just shocked like a motherfucker that these two actually had such a great match. Okay, now just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and reset my screen for a second, and I'm gonna let a couple of callers. I got a couple of calls coming through, so everybody hold just for a quick second. Let me go ahead and get to these calls and get them in here. So hold just a second. Okay, now we're back. As I was getting back to and I was alluding to is this match fucking awesome. This match was on point. This match was dominant. And what I'm alluding to is Bobby Lashley versus your boy, Mr. Anderson. Oh, yeah. Mr. Anderson. Now, this whole I don't know if it's a repackage, but Bobby Lashley is coming out in these interviews and he's giving it. He's talking shit. He's gunning for it and he's looking like a damn threat. And Bobby Lashley comes out, lets it be known what he's gonna do and how he's gonna do it. Gets in the ring and defeats Mr. Anderson. Boy, Bobby Lashley. And right now he's top running. He's my top. He's of course if I got a top pick, he's my top pick. As world heavyweight champion, next world heavyweight champion. It's too freaking unpredictable as far as like where they're going with this. Which way they're going with this whole situation. Now, I just don't know, man. I don't know where we're going with who's going to be champion. What's going to happen? Who's going to be defeated? But it's so many ways you can go with this whole situation. It's just, man, it's fucking amazing. That's why I say I love the storyline. I love where it's going. I'm really digging it. But man, such a great fucking match. But for those who need to be caught up on what happened and what's really going on and why is it going on, as they were alluding to the following 72 hours, EC3, he had filed an injunction, as they call it, with the courts, citing a conspiracy to take away the world title from him. For those who know what the injunction is, do you fucking you briefing up on it. But he had filed an injunction, so this is what caused the melee into where we have it now. So Josh Matthews and the Pope, they say that it's going to be it's to declare a total of 32 men and women, or 8 groups of 4 will compete to become the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. World Title Series breakdown. A round robin style contest where each opponent will face every member of the group in matches with 15 minutes time with a 15-minute time limit. A victory earns 3 points. Draws earn 1 point, and losses earn, of course, 0. So, round of 16, the top 2 competitors from each group move on to the round 16. Move on to the round of 16, where there are no time limits and single eliminations. So we have the first group, which is the Group UK, which is Bram, Rockstar Spud, Grado, and Drew Galloway. You have the group Wild Cards, which is Aiden O'Shea, Crazy Steve, Kenny King, and Mahabali Shera. Then you got the group. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, the group knockouts. Not knockout. This is the female knockouts. Which consists of Awesome Kong, Madison Rain, Brooke, Gail Kim, and that's the knockouts in there. You know, I'm sorry, I'm stuck on that part. Okay, then you got the group of champions, former champions. You have Lashley, Austin Aries, and Mr. Anderson in EC3. Now, let me stop at Austin Aries and EC3. Oh boy, you know, seeing Austin Aries in this match and his whole new character, Austin Aries versus EC3. That was a damn good match. It was a damn good showing for Austin Aries for one. You know, he really showed up. Of course, he showed up. EC3. You know, he's Austin fucking Aries. You know, he's the greatest man to ever live and live. You know, whatever his slogan goes. But just Austin Aries is fucking amazing. Man, what in there? He boy, that's my boy. Austin Aries is a motherfucker. But for those who want me to give you a rundown of the match, somebody said, please give me a rundown of the match. Okay. Austin Aries makes his Impact return, accompanied by Thea Trinidad. Oh, so that's the name I was trying to mention earlier. I said it Rosa, but I think she was with Rosa, Sarita, or she was Sarita. But Thea Trinidad, he makes his return with her. Aries takes Carter down with a snap mirror, a drop kick from Aries sends Carter through the ropes. Aries gains momentum. Carter retreats. Aries drills Carter with a series of rights before slamming his face onto the stairs. Tyrus closes in on Thea, bringing Aries from the top rope. Carter capitalizes by sending Aries into the barricade. Carter applies a headlock and executes a neck breaker. He repelled and hold as the choke begins. Now, this match is getting, you know, is more physicality than I've seen by EC3 more offense too as well. You know, because it wasn't just that too much shenanigans, but it was the shenanigans were in just the right place. You know, because you got come on now, Austin Aries is one of the top dirty guys. Like he can get dirty. You know, so that's what made this match so much of a gold situation for me, is because you got two guys that are fucking gold on it. You know, and so as we get further in the match, Tyrus interferes and Carter grabs Aries from for a schoolboy and turns him into a sit-up powerbomb and 2 count. You know, Carter rakes Austin's eyes. Thea grabs Carter's ankle. You know, now Tyrus grabbed Aries' ankles. You know, but Thea grabs his ankles. Aries is there with schoolboy that turns into a last chancery. I mean, he turned the schoolboy into that's part I was really good. So Christy Hemming announces 1 minute remaining of the time limit. As Carter reaches the ropes, Aries and Carter trade setups for Brainbuster and one percenter, but neither man scores. Aries momentum away from locking in a second last chancery when the time limit, you know, last chance to do it, like last chancery. It's like the play on words in this one here, but chancery when the time limit expires. Results: draw. Ethan Carter. That's Ethan Carter. I got my damn Charles Bach. Ethan Carter. Ethan Carter. Ethan Carter gets 1 point. Austin Aries gets 1 point. So, boy. So the impact zone is that chant let them fight. Aries finally counters a 1%er with a brainbuster. But fucking good. I mean, just, you know, great matches all within TNA tonight. I was highly impressed, man. I was very impressed with the matches, the display of especially of each match. You know, this was a great show. I mean, I really dug this show. I can't, you know, I can't sell it no shorter. You know, I think I pretty much covered every match that happened tonight for all the superstars. You know, so I give TNA, of course, a pass because, for one, the storyline is gold. You know, never really seen nothing quite like this before. Never before. We never have. Never seen it before. But I have to give it up to the TNA writers or whatever, like how they put it together. And for those that are saying that these are old episodes or something like that, like I hear so much crazy shit, so much fugazi things that, out and about. I say this, man, look, however this shit was put together, it's put together pretty damn good. You have to admit, it's on to something. This is a very catchy situation. The fight, the workup, the build towards these matches are pretty damn good. And I have to say it, can't sell it short. But I'm going to also, I'm moving towards YouTube now. And also read a comment. This comment is from LB Clash of Kings. He says, I enjoyed tonight. Week 1 of TNA World Series. I know a lot of people are shitting on it already, but I like it. And Drew Galloway run in TNA is Drew Galloway's run in TNA as main eventer was, in my opinion, the run he should have got in WWE. I don't know if Bram legal court stuff is over, but if it is, I think maybe TNA shouldn't fire him. Instead, they should pay for him on anger management. You know what? That'll be good. I said that before. On the show. I said, man, I make an example of him by sending them anger management. It'll show compassion towards the wrestlers, in my opinion. But let me continue. Anger management classes. But one thing that people may agree or disagree with me on, but I think if the Ascension came to TNA and they put them together with Bram, that I think TNA could do something great. Plus, they can do more edgier stuff with them as faction with TNA's TV 14 rating. Okay, I see where you're going there with this. I see where you're going, LB. Now, I haven't looked out there very far into social media, but a lot of social media comments I was getting I was getting a lot of positive reviews about TNA Impact tonight, and the concept. And I didn't see that many negative. Of course, you got your trolls, people that just trolls are people that love just like to say negative shit or sarcastic shit to get a reply. So I seen one or two, but other than that, didn't have that really many negative comments. But if you say you seen some LB, I'm oh well. But I'm supposed to be watching for those that are wrestling lovers. I'm supposed to be watching NXT a little bit later on. I'm gonna give a review with one of the newest Wrestle Talk Media hosts, who's gonna be joining us. He's gonna cover more of because a lot of y'all say that we don't cover a lot of enough NXT or whatever like that. We try to cram NXT stuff in, but sometimes I'm not just interested in NXT because I feel like WWE Raw shits on NXT. Because or just the WWE product alone, as far as the brand SmackDown, they don't, if you make them the D League, I'm gonna treat them as a fan like the D League. So sometimes I don't really too much cater or care for NXT because it's kind of when I watch Ring of Honor, I'd rather watch Ring of Honor than NXT. And I have to put NXT up against Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, I mean, their matches are just fucking awesome, but it's that situation for me. But I will be viewing the whole full show of NXT. I believe Takeover. Looking at my girl, she said, okay, it's Takeover. Okay, looking at NXT Takeover later on in the day, and I'll do a review on it as well, with the newest Wrestle Talk Media host, Mr. Robbie Robb. He'll be in the building, giving his because he tells me he calls me earlier. He calls me later on or earlier today. He was like, "Man, NXT was fucking good. It was amazing." He was telling me about the Iron Man women's match, 30-minute Iron Man's women's match. He's like, "Man, never before seen. It's never been done before." I said, "No, it has. It's probably it's been done before." He's like, "Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something else. They're gonna do like a cage." I said, "Well, yeah, that has been done." I had to correct myself. It's been done in TNA. They done a lot of shit. They done the ladders match, they done the tables match, they done the cage match. But he was just saying that he'd never seen it done. He was basically claiming it never been done. Period. And I was like, oh no, it's been done. He's like, no, we're not on the national. I said, yeah, on the national level too. I said, but as far as WWE, I had to check my history books. I thought we had a. Did we ever have comment in this section below? Have we ever had a divas or women's something like an Iron Man match or something like that? And I don't think we have. I don't think we have in WWE. For those that are TNA did. Oh no, that's TNA. TNA. I know they did a 30-minute. They already did this before. So I think this was the first NWE. So congratulations to NXT. If this is the first NWE, I believe it is. I believe it is. So please don't come at me like, no, you didn't know your shit. Like I didn't know. But Robert tells me that the show NXT show was good. He said it was a pass. He loves it. So I will be tuned into it. I will be viewing it, checking it out, and being a fan of wrestling entertainment in general. Now, I say wrestling entertainment because for those who say I'm a fan of wrestling, but I'm a fan of wrestling entertainment because I like the spectacle, I like the characters, I like everything else that goes into it, especially the engineering of the storylines. So, not just I like wrestling. I love the creativeness and the physicality, and the moves like they really hurt somebody like that. I like that, because it's like football to me. I like the pain, but I like the theatrics and the storylines to go with it as well. So that has to be done right. So that's the entertainment portion of it. So we will be, like I said, we'll be reviewing NXT later on today, and later on today. That's correct because we just went over time. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about wrestling now. So big shout out to Andre Corpio, and congratulations to the brand. He's now with Vince Russo on the brand. So big shout out to Andre Corpio, and I told him I like the new setup, and I like that he's going back to his old setting, far as more opinionated, and it's like he's off the leash. So I give plugs. I'm not stuck up. I give you a plug. I give you a shout out on it on platforms. And for everybody that's been asking me, man, how do I got so many good connections in the wrestling community? To the comment guy asked me in the group. It's just certain people I know. I know certain people, as far as wrestlers in the industry, that are good friends. I do a lot of celebrities. So that's one reason why I got into talking about wrestling on YouTube and building up this particular page. I know a lot of y'all are used to me being on Good Nation Entertainment. Right now, you're viewing and listening right now on Good Girls Network. I work with a lot of celebrities, so a lot of them, even with sports and putting together big functions, I end up working with wrestlers sometimes. So you get to know them on a personal level. And so I said, you know what? I should start doing reviews. We should open up a channel to Wrestle Talk Media. For anybody and for those that want to join Wrestle Talk Media, go to Facebook, find the group Wrestle Talk, which Wrestle Talk is one word, media. Add yourself to the group, join the discussion. Hell, we'll bring you into the team. We'll bring you into the group. Hell, if you want to become a regular on the show, hey, look, we're not stuck up. We're a team. So, give me your comments below. Give me your opinion on did you like TNA's Impact World Title Series tournament? Do you think it's stupid? You think it's interesting, intriguing, or you just gonna sit back and watch and enjoy? Or you're caught in the middle between us? And if you've seen this before, please give me a reference towards where this has been done. Far as far as on a national level, has it been done before? Yes or no? That's the biggest question. But other than that, I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. Hopefully, my broadcast partner, American Icon, will be back pretty soon. But I see comments saying you're doing good on your, you gotta hold it down. You gotta hold it down. But thank you, everybody. Tishaun the One, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tishaun Jason, Facebook, Good Nation ENT on YouTube. That's the biggest channel we have. That's the 5 million views and all that crap and all that stuff, the good stuff. But shout out to the Goody Girls for giving me this platform to talk on this one. So we out, people, and I appreciate you for viewing. Like, dislike, subscribe.